Holistics, and today we're just going to have a short class to enable us to connect with our breath and create some movement. So to begin, you can either sit as I'm seated, you can have your legs out in front of you, and just make sure you're nice and comfortable and that you can maintain a nice upright spine. And if you're comfortable, just lower the gaze or close the eyes, and we're just going to start by tuning into our breath. Just noticing where our breath is at the moment, the quality of the breath. Just noticing the inhale, whether it's quite shallow or whether you feel your inhale is going a little bit deeper into the lungs. And start to notice the exhale as it touches your top lip. Perhaps you're breathing out through your mouth for the moment. But we just want to start to slow down the breath. So start to notice the inhale as it comes through the nostrils. As you exhale, feel the warmth of the breath and the body contract just ever so gently. And perhaps you'd like to introduce a count to your breathing, so we could breathe in for a count of 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just releasing the breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continuing like this for a couple of more breaths. Just feeling your body slow down and relax. I'm going to start our movement by stretching out through the neck. Just bring the hands in front of you and inhale the arms out to the sides, bringing them all the way up to the ceiling. If you're comfortable looking up at your hands, then bringing the hands together, pressing them against each other and allowing them fall through to prayer at heart center. Again, inhaling the arms up. Nice strong arms as we push the hands together on our exhale and back to heart center. Expand the arms all the way up. This time, turn your left palm towards the floor. Just bring it to shoulder height, and we're going to catch hold of our left ear just very lightly, and then lower the right ear to the right shoulder, just getting a nice stretch through the left side of the neck, the left shoulder, the left arm. And you can always start to move your left arm just down and up and left and right, just very subtly. And you might notice that you feel a bit more tension in a certain area. So when you find that point, just hold there and breathe into it. We're not pulling on the left ear, we're just supporting the side of the head coming down towards the right shoulder. And then inhale back to center, raise both arms up in the air, bring them to prayer, down to center again. Inhale out to the side and exhale to heart center. Inhale up, exhale down, and then inhale up. We're going to turn right palm down to shoulder height now, catch hold of the right ear and gently lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Really power through your right arm, so spread the fingers quite wide and feel like someone is pulling your arm away from the shoulder socket. Then notice if you can drop the shoulders down. This is just intensifying the stretch in the neck and in the shoulders. And then as before, lower the arm up and down, perhaps left and right. And then find that point in your neck and your shoulder that really needs to be stretched out. Just pause there for a moment. One more breath. And then slowly bring the head back up to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, arms down. Out to the sides, all the way up. Powering through your arms here. We're going to drop the left hand just behind our left hip. And you can be up on top of your fingertips here. Or if you have a block, you can always lean your hand into the block. Then inhale again, stretch through the right side of the body. Now we don't want to just collapse to the left side. So try and create some length through the left side ribs as well. And then lower yourself towards the left side, giving yourself a lovely stretch from the right hip all the way up the right side body, the armpit and the arm. And then if you're comfortable, push your right shoulder back so it squeezes towards the left shoulder blade and you can look up towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe. Feel the breath come through your nose, all the way down into the belly. And then your next inhale, raise the left arm up again. Catch hold of the left wrist and pull it up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to do a simple rock to the right whilst pulling on the left wrist, flowing forwards and coming back to the left side and all the way up to the sky. Now drop your right hand down, fingertips to the right hip onto the floor, stretch through your left arm and then we'll fall towards the right. Again getting that lovely stretch from the hips all the way up to the tips of the fingers on the left side of the body. And then when you're ready, squeeze the shoulder blades together, just drop the left shoulder down and back, keeping it nice and soft. You don't want to be creating tension. And only if it's good for your neck, look up at your left hand. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, the right hand up in the air. Catch hold of the right wrist. Stretch through both sides of the body. And then allow yourself to come towards the left, stretching through that right arm. We're going to start to circle, just a semicircle as we come forwards. We're stretching through the right arm. And then we're coming up to center before releasing the arms down. And you can just roll out your shoulders there. Great. And then roll them the opposite direction. And we're going to come over onto our hands and knees now. So if you've been seated on a cushion or a prop, then just place that to the side. So coming into tabletop position, we really want to spread our fingers nice and wide and use your finger pads to really power into the mat. Push through your arms, turning the inside of the elbows to face each other. So you really, it's as if you're trying to separate the arms from the shoulders here. You're powering through that much. Your knees are underneath your hips, pressing the shins and the tops of your feet into your mat, and then lift your pelvic floor. So we've created a nice strong line in the back, in the spine. Just take a moment here in tabletop position, and then we're going to lower the belly, open up through the chest, and look ahead as we come into our cow pose. Then start to bring the tailbone down towards the mat, round through the spine, allowing the chin to the chest in cat pose. Inhale, tipping from the tailbone through the belly, the whole front body, looking ahead now. And you can even power through those arms and the hands again. Spread your shoulders nice and wide so you're stretching across the chest area as well. Then on your exhale, start to round the tailbone down, just rippling through the spine as we curve it towards the sky. So just follow a couple of your breaths, allowing yourself to come into cow pose, and then slowly into your cat pose. Just once more each side. And then coming back to tabletop position. Just walk your hands a little bit further away from the shoulders. Really power through the finger knuckles now. Power through your thumb and the index finger in particular. And then we're curling the toes under. We're going to start pushing the hips back towards the heels. Start to lift the knees from the mat and come into your first down dog. So create as much space as you need to in your down dog. And you can keep the knees softly bent there. We really want to look for length in the spine as we're turning our tailbone up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths here. And really try and relax the neck, relax the jaw, the face. And then come up onto your tiptoes, look through your hands and start to walk your feet towards your hands, keeping the feet hip distance apart, just coming into your forward fold. Allow the arms to dangle here, and you can keep your knees as bent as you need to. Focus on letting the crown of the head fall towards the mat. And then slowly inhale the hands up the fronts of the legs to just onto your thighs. Stretch from tailbone to crown of head. Half lift, and then slide the hands back down into your forward fold. Now really push into the feet, bend the knees, and inhale, bringing the arms out to the sides, all the way up towards the sky, hands together, and we'll bring them to rest at your heart. Just take a moment here now in Tadasana, in mountain pose. Feel the strength of your feet pushing down towards the mat. Lift the kneecaps by using your thigh muscles, pulling them upwards and also kind of hugging the thighs in towards each other. Lift those pelvic floor muscles, squeezing them tightly. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale the arms down, around and up. Arch the back as far as is comfortable, and then you can bring the hands together and follow the midline of your body as you bend back down into a forward fold. Slide the hands up on an inhale, half lift. Exhale, come into your forward fold again. Take a moment here just to allow the shoulders spread apart. Maybe sway your neck side to side here. And then we're going to power through the feet again, power through the legs. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up and together in prayer back to heart center. So again, inhaling up, exhaling forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back to your forward fold. Plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. Now really use your finger knuckles here, power through the thumb and the index finger. Push the shoulders away from you. Really push through your heels here. Power into your plank pose. And you can always have plank pose down on your knees, keeping your shoulders pulling away now from the arm sockets. So wherever you are, take another breath here. And then we're going to lower the knees. We're going to start to bend our elbows back towards our side ribs, and we're lowering our chest down, lowering the chin down. And then when you're ready, inhale, push through the feet, bringing yourself forward, and we'll come up into our first cobra. So obviously we don't want any pinching in the back. You want to really push into the mat with the tops of your feet and with the hips. Push them into the mat. And then exhale, come back down to the floor, push into your hands, coming up onto your knees, curl the toes under, and then we'll push back into downward dog. And you can always pedal nice and slowly through your feet, just alternating each heel coming down towards the mat, getting a lovely stretch in the calves, and then find stillness here. Don't forget to breathe. And then come up onto the toes, look through your hands, start walking the feet to the top of the mat, into your forward fold again. And then we'll push through the feet with an inhale, coming all the way up towards the sky, hands together, coming down to heart center. Just bring your hands by your side for the moment and take a breath. You can even close your eyes here. Just absorb what we've just done. Settling your breath again. And we're going to flow through this salutation just once more now. So bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, allow yourself float down into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands back to your plank pose. Take a breath here. And then drop the knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Open up across the chest. Drop the shoulders down the back. Really push those hip bones into the mat. Use your core. Create stability in the lower back here. Exhale, back down. Push yourself onto your knees and then back to downward dog. And then we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. And this time, coming into your forward fold, just start to walk the feet that little bit further away, so a little bit further than hip distance, and turn the feet towards the outer corners of the mat. And we're going to, just supporting ourselves with our fingertips on the mat, start to bend the knees over the feet, coming into your squat pose. So allowing yourself to relax down into squat pose. And it doesn't matter if the feet don't reach the floor completely. You can always have a block or a blanket under each foot. Wherever you are, bring the hands together at prayer, at heart center. Use your elbows to open up the thighs and then drop your tailbone down towards the mat. Close your eyes here and just take a couple of breaths in your squat position. Notice if you can create more length in the spine as you're here. And then drop one hand in front of you, one hand behind, and then the opposite hand, and bring yourself down to a seated position. And we're going to just bring the feet in front of us, knees are bent. Inhale the arms just at shoulder length. And then we're going to start to curl the body, curl the back all the way down to the mat with control. Just allowing yourself fall towards the mat. Allow your legs to relax, allow your hands relax out to the sides, palms facing up, coming into Shavasana. Just giving yourself a few moments now just to rest here. And you can come back to the breath that we did at the beginning. So we will inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue slowing down the breath, feeling the practice just resonate through the body. Just allowing yourself to settle, the body release. And you can obviously stay here for as long as you want. But if you need to come out of it now, just bend the knees up towards the glutes and then bring one knee in towards the chest followed by the other. Just rock gently side to side or even rotate on the lower back, just stretching it out. And come all the way up, we come onto our sides, pushing your hands into the mat. And just bring yourself up to a seated position, whatever way is comfortable for you. So always remember to come back to the breath in yoga. And the breath, we can follow movement, which leads us in turn then to meditation. So you can always follow one of my other meditations on YouTube if you would like, or just sit in silence for a few moments in this easy seat. Or you can always stay in Shavasana and just follow a meditation from there. If not, we'll just bring our hands together at heart center and we just bow forwards and say Namaste. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Take care.